everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Melanie and I run a fashion and lifestyle blog over on MissMelanieMay.com, and I also post videos here on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe to my channel. I always have my blog linked down below in the description box, so make sure you check that out because I post on there more than I post videos. I also have all my other social media outlets linked down below, so make sure you follow me on Instagram and all of that. So today's video, I'm going to be doing a product review of this Revlon hairdryer. Actually, not a product review. It's kind of like a first impressions. We're going to call it first impressions because I've only used it about like 4 or 5 times. So I'm going to check my phone here so I make sure I get the exact name right because there are a few similar ones. But this is the Revlon One-Stop Volumizing Hairdryer, and it runs for $59.99. So like I said, there are some similar ones where it's just flat, but this one is like a round brush basically. So everyone and their mother has been talking about this on their blogs and YouTube and Instagram, and I kind of was interested in it because in the past like 6 months I've been really interested in trying to do more like blowout type look, and every time I try to do it I just can't do it with the round brush and the hair dryer, and I just struggle and it always ends up looking terrible, and it's like this whole thing. So when I saw the Lone Star Southern post about this, I caught my eye, and then I saw randomly a bunch of other YouTubers and stuff were talking about it, so I went out and got it like I want to say last week from Ulta, and I used a coupon, so it came to about $50 for me. You can use like regular Ulta coupons because it's not like a prestigious brand, it's just Revlon. The price point is really good. It's only $60, but I'm going to go through specifically my pros and cons to this item and whether I think it's worth it. So the first thing I'm going to mention is how I have my hair right now is how I've done this is fully done with this product. And so the pros are that the price obviously is really nice. It's super easy to use. Like I said, I've struggled with using round brush hairdryer type things and I can never get it to work. And this product is just super easy. There's really no like instructions. Just you put it in your hand, you roll it through, and then it just kind of comes out curled on the ends. You could curl it out if you wanted. If you get it closer to the root, obviously you get more volume, so that's great. My next pro is that it has 3 settings. It has a cool, a low, and a high. The high is very hot, like extremely hot, more hot than I thought it would be. The cool is, or the low is just less heat, and then the cool is definitely on the cooler side, but still a little warmer. So it's kind of nice because you can use the cool setting to lock in the heat after you've done it. It has the turn at the bottom is how you turn it on. It's not any switch on here, so you won't accidentally switch it while you're round brushing it, which I kind of like because when you're round brushing, you don't want to accidentally switch it. I will say though, because it's at the bottom, you can't switch it without setting it, like without putting your hair down and like doing it. Like you can't quickly change it while you have it in your hand. You have to like let your hair down and then switch it with your other hand basically. So that is, I don't know if that's a pro or a con, it kind of depends. For me, I like it because you don't accidentally switch it, but some people might find that kind of annoying. It has these bristles on it. The bristles are nice and soft. It doesn't really damage your hair. The biggest pro that I see using this is it's easy to use and it makes your hair soft, not frizzy, and it lasts for a long time, and it's not damaging as much, and it's not as damaging as a hair straightener would be. So like I said, it makes your hair really soft and not frizzy. Like my hair is not frizzy at all when I use this. It also lasts. This is my 3rd day without washing it. I'm gonna wash my hair tonight before work tomorrow, but it, like, I haven't really had to touch it up at all. Maybe a little bit last night before I went out to dinner, but it lasts. Like I put it in a ponytail and, you know, I do stuff with it, I work out, and it still has this shape to it. and it's super soft and it doesn't feel heavy, and it just, like I said, it's really, really nice. And then also, because I'm not using a hair straightener, I think it's less damaging. Yes, it gets hot, but you're not having to like when I use my hair straightener, I have to touch it up every day, and it's pretty hot. It's like 400 degrees. I don't know how hot this gets when you put it on high, but I'm assuming it's less damaging. So I would say those are the main pros. There are a few cons. I would say there's two big ones for me. The first one is that if you have thick hair, you can't necessarily just use this, and that's one thing that I don't think people in other YouTube videos have talked about enough. If you have thin hair, you could solely rely on this as a hair dryer, but if you have really thick hair, I think you either have to air dry it first and then go in with this while it's like probably 60% dry, or you have to use a regular hair dryer and get it kind of dry and then use this. What I've done every time is I've just let it air dry. So I wash my hair typically at night. So I wash my hair, I get out of the shower, I towel dry it, I put my product in it, and then I go about my, night and do a few other things and let it air dry for about, half hour to 45 minutes, which is fine because I have plenty of other things I need to be doing. And then I will use this. If I got right out of the shower and used this immediately, it would take a little while because it's not like your typical hair dryer where it's blasting air on, the whole side. You're only using pieces probably about this big and you're just rolling it through. So you have to roll it through quite a few times if it's completely soaking wet. Where if you're using if it's not fully soaking wet, then it won't take as long. So that's my first con, is if you have thick hair like I do. My hair is extremely thick. You can't really just get out of the shower and just use this. But to be honest, I think that's okay, because before I used this, I never dried my hair. I would just get out of the shower and dry my hair, or I wouldn't dry it. I would air dry it, go to bed with it wet, wake up in the morning and it would be dry, and then I would use a straightener in the morning. So what I do is I just do this at night now. So what I do is I get out of the shower, I air dry it for a little bit, and then I use this. And like I said, because it keeps its shape, when I wake up in the morning, I really don't have to do anything with it, which is nice because it saves time in the morning. Because what I was doing, like I said, is I was letting it just completely air dry and it would get frizzy, and then I would have to straighten it in the morning. So this definitely works for that. But like I said, the con is that it's not like a full-fledged hair dryer if you have thick hair. My second con is maybe just because of my lack of upper body strength and all of my health conditions, but I find it hard to hold for long periods of time. It gets heavy for me. When I'm holding it right now, it doesn't feel that heavy. So maybe your average person wouldn't think it's heavy, but I have to tell you that if you have any, issues with shoulder pain or anything like I have, sometimes it gets kind of heavy. And because you're constantly moving your wrist and you're holding it and you're round brushing it, and sometimes I just have to set it down and take a break. But I guess, every hair dryer is kind of heavy, even straighteners are heavy, but maybe it's just the motion of it, because you're just continuously, you're not holding it in one spot and just letting it blow dry, you have to keep moving your arm. But yeah, so I really would say those are my only two cons, or that, it doesn't fully dry your hair and that it's heavy. Beyond that, I don't really see anything wrong with it. Now, longevity-wise, I don't know how long it lasts. I've only had it for a week and a half, so I can't tell you, oh my god, it's lasted me for 2 years or something, or whatever. It hasn't broke at all, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But all in all, I really think this is a hyped-up product that is worth the hype. Like I said, it's just a really nice product. And as far as the only other thing I guess would be a con is that it is kind of loud. On the high setting, it's pretty loud. It's not extremely loud, but I would say it's louder than your average hair dryer, but it's not terribly loud. But as far as using it, I just literally take sections and just roll it through. And then also you can touch it up if your hair is dry. So I obviously use it when it's wet, but if your hair is a little funky when you wake up, you could touch it up and just put some heat on the ends of it, and you could do that. But yeah, so that is my quick review of this Revlon volumizing hair dryer. If you have any questions, or if you have any comments about this product, or if you've used it and you have recommendations on whether it's worth it or not, feel free to leave those in the comments. I'm also going to do a corresponding blog post, which I will link down below. And I'll link the product down below. And yeah, so that was my review of this product. I hope you enjoyed it and have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.